Hello again, I'm Jocelyn, and I'm excited to talk to you about a biography called The Girl Who Thought in Pictures, the story of Dr. Temple Grandin, from a new series of books called Amazing Scientists, written by Julia Finley Mosca and illustrated by Daniel Riley. So Dr. Temple Grandin is one of the most unique people in science today and was named Time Magazine's 100 Most Influential People in 2010. Coincidentally, as we begin our study of children's poetry this week, this biography is written in rhyme. So let's learn a little bit about Temple's early years. If you've ever felt different, if you've ever been low, if you don't quite fit in, there's a name you should know. Temple Grandin's that name, and her tale you'll find glory. So get ready, get set for this cowgirl's true story. In the city of Boston, one hot summer day, a sweet baby was born. It was Temple. Hooray! Unique from the start, this unusual girl, she loved spinning in circles and watching things twirl. But some things she hated, like certain loud sounds or bright, crowded places, large cities and towns. Frilly dresses with tags made her itch, pull, and tug. Something else that she hated? A big, squeezy hug. A shy loner, this Temple, but when she got mad, when her feelings of stress and frustration got bad, quite a tantrum she'd throw, kick, holler, bang, shriek. Yet still, by age 3, not one word did she speak. She'll never be normal, was what some did say. Her brain's not quite right. You must send her away. Away? Not my Temple, her mother proclaimed. We will figure this out. You should all be ashamed. Don't you just love her mother's response? Temple was diagnosed with autism in 1950, a time when the medical community believed these children would never accomplish anything and often encouraged institutionalizing them. Then little by little, though sometimes she balked, special teachers helped Temple, and one day she talked. And that thing with her brain, it was autism, see? She was different, not less, they all finally agreed. Like most kids her age, she loved ice cream and art, but the way Temple thought, that's what set her apart. If something was mentioned, for instance, a fly, in her mind she'd see dozens of photos fly by. Unfortunately, Temple's experiences in mainstream education were really difficult, and she was expelled from school when she threw a book at someone who was bullying her. So she started spending time at her aunt's ranch, and that is where she made her first scientific discovery. Quite a sweet spot she had for the cows in their herds, such big, gentle beasts who knew nothing of words. As she watched her new friends, a thought popped in her head. These cows think like me, in pictures instead. At a new school that fall, Temple found more support and a teacher who taught her, you'll never fall short. When you find what you're good at, like science, you'll soar. And that teacher was right. He had opened a door. So she built a machine like she'd seen on some farms, an invention that hugged her with boards and not arms. It worked, and she had done it from memory, it's true. And just like the cows, it made Temple calm too. I'm special, she thought, like a bright shooting star. My attention to details could help me go far. Through her studies, she learned there were farms not so kind. I will help them, she said. Some solutions she'd find. Temple went on to earn a PhD and revolutionize the way farms are designed and built to be more humane to animals. Now, for these things and more, she won honors and prizes, and a movie was made. And the biggest surprise is that girl with the future that couldn't be bleaker. Yes, the once silent girl, she's now a big speaker. Today she spreads hope with her stories and speeches. From New York to Sydney to Rome, Temple teaches. Each person is special, so unique are our minds. This world needs your ideas. It takes brains of all kinds. So as you can see, the illustrations in this biography are vivid and lively, and they really help the children understand Temple's unique qualities and talents. I also love the inclusion of the wallpaper of cows that are on the inside covers, since they're Temple's favorite animals. There's also a timeline that's included, if I can find it here. There we go. It's got pictures of her when she was young, tells all the big things in her life, and then gives a picture right here. The other thing that it does is it has fun facts and tidbits. So if you want to find out a little bit more about her life, these are excerpts from the interviews that the author had with her, and it gives her personality a lot of life and humor. And so, for a biography, The Girl Who Thought in Pictures excels in all categories. It meets the criteria of good literature because the subject is comprehensive. The author gives a three-dimensional portrait of Temple without all her quirks, struggles, and triumphs. And as a biographical subject, she's timely and significant, and children can learn a lot from Temple's life. This biography is also very accurate because the author spent so much time getting firsthand accounts from Temple herself. She also researched her life and scientific work, and there is, of course, what's required, a bibliography at the end. Finally, The Girl Who Thought in Pictures has immense appeal for children. Temple is relatable, and even though most readers won't understand what it feels like to have autism, they will really relate to her experiences of feeling different and trying to find her place in the world. So here is the lesson. Feeling odd or offbeat, being different might just be what makes you so neat. Don't let doubt hold you back, not for 1 minute more. Stand tall and like Temple, march right through that door. And then there's one more thing that makes this biography really special for kids, and that is a message from Temple herself. It says, "Dear reader, as a child, I was really glad that my mother always encouraged my ability in art. I encourage you to find something you're good at and work on developing it. If you are interested in becoming a scientist like me, find cool new ways to look at things such as microscopes and telescopes. Explore nature. Think up your own hands-on science experiments. Keep learning, especially from your mistakes, Temple Grandin." And of course, there's a picture of her with her beloved cows. I strongly recommend The Girl Who Thought in Pictures, the story of Dr. Temple Grandin. And if the other books in the Amazing Scientist series are as good as this first one, I think we should all buy the set for our own children's libraries. Thanks for watching and have a great week.